This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Winning isn't everything, but it's the only thing. In our business, there is no second place. Either you're first or you're last.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
And now, the W with Walls and the Crew.
Good morning.
Where winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. On 100.1 FM.
Good morning.
And Facebook Live.
Good morning. Way back like we never left. Another Saturday morning with the W Show, Kansas City, talking sports and pop culture. If this is your first time checking us out, we greatly appreciate you making us a part of your Saturday morning. A Royals playoff Saturday morning. I don't know why you got this. I woke up and wanted violence. So let's start with this. Why do you have this Dodgers jersey on? You're from Kansas City, never lived in LA.
Because we the originals.
The original of what?
Everything that Kansas City Royals did is because of the Dodgers. They implemented the first black player, Jackie Robinson.
Oh, whoa. Okay, I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, I mean, our stadium, you guys replicated it. Our logo, how the Dodgers, how the name is. You can look this up. This is pure facts. You guys replicated it.
Okay.
You guys are a carbon copy. If we Michael Jordan, you guys is Kobe Bryant, but on a very, very
whoa. Okay.
On a low scale.
Okay.
Because we got World Series.
So y'all has been.
We got World Series.
That's what you're saying?
How many World Series does the Royals have?
It doesn't matter.
2?
Doesn't matter.
2?
I think it's 2.
Name a great
85 and 2015.
Name one great Royals pitcher that's in the Hall of Fame.
One great Royals pitcher that's in the Hall of Fame? There's not one.
He's got it. Well, I got one right here on my back. That's Sandy Koufax.
Spell Koufax.
Yeah. Winner.
Exactly.
Winner.
Q, how are you, man?
I'm good.
See what I got to do with?
I didn't know we was gonna start with baseball debates.
Yeah, man. It's Royals Day. Yeah, it's Royals Day. I mean, it is Royals Day.
Saturday.
Also known as Royals Day in Kansas City on October 5th. But good morning to everyone who joined in on today's show. We've got a lot to get into. How was everyone's week?
It's good, man. I'm kind of ready for fall weather. I don't know why.
You like the second person that said that this week, so already.
Like this.
Yeah, that 90 degrees is kind of annoying once it gets into October.
I like it like this right here.
70 degrees, 75.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Supposed to be 91 today.
I was one touchdown away from, generational wealth on my parlay, but it happens. Try again tomorrow, baby.
All right, we've got a lot to dive into today. We're talking Royals baseball. They advanced to the ALDS after defeating Baltimore. We'll dive into Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice. He's placed on IR. He'll miss at least 4 games. Chiefs, of course, taking on the New Orleans Saints. We'll dive into that. Patrick Mahomes, he's still favored in one of the major categories in the NFL. We'll dive into that. Plus, Lamar Jackson talks sports betting, and he's upset about fans. Let's get to today's headlines.
And now, here are the biggest sports headlines from this week. We bring them to you every Saturday morning on the W with Walls and the Crew on 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
All right, the Kansas City Royals have advanced to the ALDS, eliminating the Baltimore Orioles last Wednesday. So the Royals are facing the New York Yankees in Game 1 today at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Do I have to say that with like a New York accent? Like the Bronx.
I thought y'all told me last week that the Royals wouldn't make it out the first round.
Oh, no, I never said that. He might have tried to say that, but
I feel like both of y'all said that.
Nah, not me.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to go watch the tape.
Not me.
No, I feel like it was both of y'all.
Nah, I knew that I said the ALDS would be tough. But I knew that they would go up in Baltimore. They had to win the first game. And once you win that first game, it's like, okay, we got one. Best out of 3. So now you're not facing elimination in your second game. right? Like
especially on the road.
Yeah, especially on the road. So once you win game 1, it's like you got some breathing room. It's like, all right, we can go out there and kind of have fun. If we don't win game 2, all right, then we come back and have to play serious baseball, right? So they defeated the Baltimore Orioles, of course. Here's the thing about it. Game 1, they only put up 1 run, which was done by Bobby Witt. Game 2, game 1, Bobby Witt had the RBI to help save the day. Then game 2, of course, they put up 2 runs, the 1 run of the Baltimore Orioles. So the defense, they say defense wins championships. So I feel like their defense is stepping up, and it's crazy to say that because you have the Chiefs defense and the Royals defense both playing very well, and the offense is kind of struggling. But to stick with baseball, man, I feel like they have to get the bats going against the Yankees.
Yeah, because you're going against Juan Soto and Stanton.
Yeah, and Aaron Judge. Yeah.
You got to put up something, and that's a home run park. That's a friendly park for home runs.
It is.
I don't think they have it.
Especially that right field, huh?
Yeah.
Because that right field is still pretty short.
Yeah. And the thing about it too is you get this Royals team who it's never been done before. The Royals lost 100 games last year. Lost 100 games last year, and to not only make it to the wild card, but to win the wild card, go on to play in the ALDS. That's never been done before. And now, I mean, you're kind of playing with house money.
Yeah.
They understand what it's like to spend a little money, and this is what happens. You don't spend any money last year, you lose 100 games. You spend a little bit of money in the playoffs. Spend more money. Kansas City's a good town. Everybody wants to move here now. It's a beautiful town, especially during this time of year. Bring more players in, keep the city live during October and September and October.
But when you say spend money, they didn't really spend much. I mean, like
more than they used to.
Other than the Bobby Witt contract, you really didn't.
The pitcher that they signed, I believe they got the guy from Houston. They spent a little bit more money. They was actually aggressive this free agency.
No more aggressive than what they've been. I would say their 2014, 2015 seasons. I mean, when you think about the amount of money that they spent with Salvador Perez, the amount of money that they spent with look at Cueto, you look at James Shields, you look at all those guys that was on that roster, the Lorenzo Canes, the Alex Gordons, Billy Butler, all those guys you look at and you're like, oh man, they had a heck of a roster, and maybe they're just hometown names because they were with the Royals, but they went on to, Eric Osmer, we didn't mention him. They went on to get major contracts, and you signed Gordon to a team-friendly deal.
Horrible contract.
Yeah. And now we look at it, I feel like you really didn't spend, in the grand scheme of things, you really didn't spend that much money.
Is this a team that's going to be able to get better on the offensive end?
Yeah, I think it's a team that can produce runs. I mean, you got guys that can light it up. I mean, you look at Bobby Witt, who, and we talked about this, being named with the likes of Aaron. I mean, if it wasn't for Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt would have won AL MVP. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But
it's a big if.
Yeah, of course. Aaron Judge has 60 home runs.
6'5",
yeah. Yeah, but I'm saying, though, like, that's just saying how good he is. I mean, to be, not even in your, fifth year? And Aaron Judge is a Hall of Famer. Like, to be in that same category is like, all right, if this Hall of Famer wasn't in front of me, I would be AL MVP.
Sounds like Clyde Drexler. If Jordan wasn't in front of me, that's what it sounds like.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, really is. But best out of 7, you think the Royals can pull it out?
It's the Yankees, man. It's the pinstripes.
And when you say no, is this more of a lack of offense, or do you think their pitching can withstand the players that they have?
The Yankees is just built different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have from 1 through 9, or the bats can get a run, and they can get multiple runs at any moment. To where I don't think, other than Bobby Witt and maybe MJ and maybe Salvi, I don't know. I don't think that the Royals pitching is that strong to withstand the bats of the Yankees. You know,
But they've been inconsistent. Here's the thing about the Yankees. They're very inconsistent. I mean, you have Aaron Judge that can go off one day and then be a dud for the next 2-3 games. Like, seriously.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
mean, you would hope so.
But then you have Stanton.
You got Stanton.
And then Soto.
Soto's been playing. Soto's been hurt.
Right. But listen, if they beat the Yankees, look, it's gonna be pandemonium in the city. And I live for that. I love it when the city is hyped. I love it when people are out and about or whatever.
Okay. I just want you to acknowledge it if they win.
Listen. If they win, it's good.
Hold on.
If they don't win, hold on, hear me out. If they don't win, then it's what's expected. So I'm not like, oh, he's a hater or whatever. It's like, no, this on paper, the Yankees are the better team. That's why they're playing at home first, right? They have the better names, the bigger bats.
Q, we had a bet last week.
That's what I was about to ask. Who won the double up bet?
We won.
Yeah, y'all won.
So expect Gates.
Yeah,
Whenever you ready to, you see how I included you on the deal and you came up on the Gates barbecue deal. You thought I was gonna forget, didn't you?
Nah, I knew you wasn't gonna forget. I was gonna tell you about it. I'm hungry now. We can all go together. How may I help you?
I just want to make sure that you are paying up on your Gates barbecue bet.
I got you.
All right, cool. There's 5 locations around the city, so we can hit whichever one's
not on fire, we can go to.
Oh, see, here you go.
I love Gates.
All right. The Chiefs play star wide receiver Rashee Rice on injured reserve. So they initially feared the worst, which is a torn ACL that happened last week in the game. And the team wants to get multiple opinions, which they should. Rashee Rice should want that. So he's going to have his knee scoped. Believe sometime this week or next week, and I mean he's on IR, so he gets those 4 weeks. However, if the scope comes back, positive that there's some tear, they're thinking PCL and MCL.
Jeez.
So if the scope comes back and shows whatever, then of course he'll have surgery. But if it doesn't, then he'll just miss the 4 weeks, do some rehab, and kind of go from there. But I don't know anyone who's had their knee scoped, how that all works, but you're still having some type of surgery for them to go in and put a stethoscope or whatever they put in there, camera to see, if there's some damage.
It's like a small camera, but yeah, that's the PCL and MCL. And I'm, obviously not a doctor.
Yeah.
But I think the ACL tear is the worst. I believe because is it on the outside?
The ACL is on the
inside.
Right, inside.
It's on the inside. Yeah.
I believe right inside.
Okay.
Either way, I think the PCL MCL is not as detrimental as the ACL. But even still, to like you said, go through surgery, that could have a mental effect on a player. And we've seen players try to come back from injury that just have a tough time mentally of getting over that hump. So I just wish the best for him, because that was a tough injury to watch.
It was. I mean, I wish he would have got 61 yards before he went out. That was the only leg that I didn't get. Thanks, Pat. Hey, I mean, you're sitting over there. I had him for 3 catches and 61 yards, and here it is in the first quarter. He goes out because Pat wants to throw a low blow. Like, you already got all the money. Help me out.
No, but in all seriousness, though, how big of a blow? How big of a blow is this to this Chiefs offense?
Do you think it's as much of a blow as you would think? Like, is Rashee Rice in a position where nobody can step up, especially when you look at, you have Juju down the line, you have Justin Ross even further down the line that could possibly fill that role. And I feel like it's almost poetic justice for Justin Ross to
come back.
I think that to answer your question, I think that right now Rashee is to Patrick as like when we were in like elementary school and we had our favorite shirt or our favorite jacket. You didn't find that shirt or that jacket, you going crazy because, like, man, I can't go to school today because I'm all messed up because I don't have my favorite shirt or my favorite jacket. So that's what Rashee Rice is to Pat. And until he finds his other new favorite guy, then I think it's like, all right, what do I do? And it's always still been Travis Kelce, but people think, oh, they say he's old, they say he's washed, whatever. But, and this is just me in my opinion, I don't have any inside information on this, But I feel like Travis has said, all right, look, we've been down this road before. We're winning games. I don't have to go out there and be Superman like I was Superman before. Like, let me get off in November. I don't need to get 1,000 yards. That record was broken last year, like when I didn't get my consecutive 1,000-yard season. Right? Like, so I don't need to go out there and have 1,000 yards. I'm fine with getting 500 to 700 and we're still winning, and I'm balling in November, December, January. Right? Like, we don't have to just target me all the time. We can make Rashee Rice the man. I'll draw the coverage. Rashee, you go get off. You go eat. And I think that's where he's been at. And you see when they needed him last week, what did he do? He came through. It may have been a couple of forces from Travis. I mean, from Patrick to Travis. But other than that, I mean, Travis is still gaining. I mean, he's pulling two guys to him all the time. Yeah. So for you to say he's washed, nah.
I didn't say he's washed. I just said he's old. And the way that the offense
that's relative, by the way.
Okay. And the way that the offense is looking, and the way that Pat is looking, which is not the Pat that we're used to. And interception every game. I mean, he's got different receivers. You got two of your top receivers that are out, Hollywood and Rice. I think they need to go out and get a Deontay Johnson or a D-Hop. You're so close to being on that mantle of a three-time winning Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
That you can't let this injury bug phase you. You have to go for it. I mean, Kareem Hunt looked pretty good though last week, but they're winning by the smallest of margins. And once you get into the latter weeks of the NFL and there's more film, teams are going to adjust and they're going to come harder at you, and you can't keep winning by those small margins because you don't have that many lives.
They kept winning last year on those small margins. And I think that's not necessarily part of the strategy. I think part of the strategy is you want a comfortable enough lead, but I think part of the strategy is to be within 7 points of a team at the end of the game, because you already know Patrick can turn it on. And you really only need that 30 or 40 yard gain before some electricity happens. And I mean, you have Kareem Hunt now that is excellent in the screen game. He can catch the ball as well as he can run with it inside or outside. I think it's really up to Juju to put on that veteran jacket.
They need to make a trade. I'm not putting my book.
And you mentioned DeAndre Hopkins. Has that train not already passed?
No, because the Titans they're on the downfall. They need a new quarterback. Will Levis is not the answer. I would say, really, Deontay Johnson. D-Hop is 32. His contract is a little inflated more than Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson is balling right now. They seem to be in rebuilding mode because they went away from Bryce. They need to start shaving off some of those contracts, whatever, and giving it to teams like the Chiefs or the Chargers, whatever, who can make a run for it. Now, obviously, they're not going to get Devontae Adams because that's just people, just crazy to trade him to the Chiefs within the division. But then it could be a win-win for both teams because you're depleting the Chiefs' assets while giving them a 2-year rental and letting that contract go on to where you can.
But if you're the Chiefs, do you want that trade? Do you want
if I'm the Chiefs and I have to give up, if I'm the Chiefs and I'm like, all right, they want a first round for next season, take it.
Yeah.
Look, I'll give you a first round because we know first rounds are going to be like second rounds for the Chiefs anyway, because you're always picking 31, 30, 31, somewhere in there. Yeah. It's like a second round pick. I mean, look at all their last picks that they've always, you look at Clyde, you look at the offensive lineman. But Teron Young on our YouTube live feed said Hunt did play with Amari. What about Amari Cooper?
Amari's good. That'll work out. I don't think Cleveland thinks that they're out of it. I don't know. They need to get away from Deshaun. But if you give up Amari, then the questions are going to start swirling about Deshaun or whatever, and that's going to be real tough on an organization with a coach who's been the coach of the year twice. And then putting all that money into Deshaun. Listen, a second round pick, which is going to be basically almost like you said, a third round pick. I think the question is going to be is how much money is the Raiders going or willing to eat? Because he has $17 million. It's $1 million a week, basically. for the remainder of the season. That's
there's been circulation of Devontae Adams going possibly to the Jets, and then the Jets being willing to trade if they get Devontae Adams, being willing to part ways with Mike Williams. I say if that happens, the Chiefs need to be all in on Mike Williams. I mean, he's 30 years old. Another player that I've said, I've been saying this since day one, even in the offseason, that they should try to go get Michael Thomas. He's sitting out there, didn't play much last year, but we know what he's capable of when he was with New Orleans.
And something's going on with Mike Thomas, though.
I just feel like he's capable of helping you in some form or fashion. We saw what he was able to do with New Orleans. I mean,
4 years ago.
Yeah, he was still okay last year. I think the injury bug just got to him.
4 years, man. I mean, I think he'll come back and look like Julio. His last year's whatever, like what teams that he played for when we played for the Eagles.
And since we're talking New Orleans, the 4-0 Chiefs take on the 2-2 New Orleans Saints tomorrow, or actually on Monday Night Football. A few familiar faces that'll be in town that are playing with New Orleans now. You have safety Tyrann Mathieu, linebacker Willie Gay, and defensive tackle Colin Saunders, friend of the show, Colin Saunders.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel like this game is gonna go?
I think it's going to be a good game. You have guys on the defensive end that are familiar with the offense, and it's a depleted offense. But I think the Chiefs, as a game plan, not necessarily coming in to lean on the running game. I feel like they use the running game to establish that momentum. This week, you have a little stronger presence in Kareem Hunt being back there, and then it's going to be up to Pat to spread the ball around. I don't think the Saints defense is good enough to really pull out this win, especially on the road, especially in prime time. But the injury of Rashee Rice, I'm interested to see how the Chiefs move forward this game with that. Like not having a free agent to pick up, not having somebody that can really insert that spark. And I think that's why I'm so high on Justin Ross, because I feel like there's something there.
Yep.
Especially a player that went to Clemson.
Yeah.
Like you would expect them to come in and be able to run this pro system. And then last year should take all of the pressure off of him now. You've gotten to your lowest that you could get, and especially in your rookie season, like you should be again. That's why I said I think it's poetic justice for him, because there's an opportunity for him to Rashee Rice made that leap over him last year. Which I think the Chiefs were comfortable with, kind of letting him sit off to the side. But I think he has an opportunity, and if he doesn't take advantage of this opportunity, I don't know where that leaves the Chiefs, because I mean you have Sky Moore.
That's who needs to take the opportunity.
Do you think he's going to take the opportunity? Because he hasn't yet.
I think there's just fundamentally some things missing. I mean, Justin Ross, he can have all the tools. He was a top player at Clemson or whatever, but maybe he can't read the playbook. Maybe his work ethic is, horrible. Maybe he just doesn't have it in him.
Yeah, it's
for that next level. A lot of players, get to this level and they can't make it. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but that's why you need to go out and get somebody that they should have gotten in the draft a long time ago. Deontay Johnson. I mean, you have to make these moves. You cannot be quiet in these situations.
I mean, but you think about you say go out into the draft and get these players. However, the Chiefs have been eating. Like Brett Veach has been in his bag these past few years, getting guys.
He's got a lot of misses.
Not very many.
Okay.
Not very. Look at the makes.
So you going back? You going back and you drafting Sky Moore?
Yes.
Are you going back and drafting?
He helped you win a Super Bowl. Yes.
Help. I'm tired of this help with this one play. I don't pay players for one play.
If it's going to guarantee you to win a Super Bowl, yes, you will.
I do not pay players for one play.
Yes, you will. If it's a rookie deal, yes.
You're not looking at just one. How many times are we going to have this argument? I'm not paying you for one play.
Why not?
Because the game is 17 games plus the playoffs. You are not going to be scripted to just play one play, and that helps. I need you for 17 games. That's the contract. No, I need consistency. I need somebody.
If you was on your last $1,000 and you was gonna bet it,
I'm not putting it on Scott Moore.
Wait, let me finish. To guarantee you to win you $1 million, would you do it?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you would. You're lying. Yeah, that's a lie.
I'm
that's
not
a lie.
betting on Scott Moore to do something.
No, I'm not telling you to bet on Scott Moore. I'm saying just a general bet, like put it on black. If you $1,000 to put on black to win Scott
Moore is not a 50-50 percentage.
But for that one season, it was.
No, it is not. If I'm going to put some money on it, I'm looking at the better players. Man, listen. So, are you trading Scott Moore for Devontae Adams?
Yeah, why not?
Thank you. So now he's gone.
It's a Hall of Famer. That's not even a. That's a Hall of Famer.
But listen, then he's not that great of a player. Then he's not a contributor to the league. How many catches does he have this year? Hold on, I'll wait.
Who? Scott Moore?
Yeah.
3.
0.
3. Yeah, he's got 3 catches.
Check it out.
We can look it up.
Faster. He probably got 0 for -8 yards.
I thought you knew he had 0.
But listen, here's the thing.
Paying a dude.
Here's the thing. You got
$600,000 a week, and
you talk about track. So back to your original point of you talking about the Chiefs need draft. While they've won in the draft. I mean, you won with Isaiah Pacheco. You've won with your defense. All your defensive guys. Trey Smith, that's offensive lineman. But you won with L'Jarius Sneed. You won with Trey McDuffie. You've won with all these young guys are Brett Veach's guys.
I said he had some misses. I didn't say that he struck out.
So, but you're saying he has some misses, but you can't tell me what misses he had.
Sky Moore, CEH.
Oh my goodness.
The tackle that they got over there that's getting holding penalties they put on the bench or whatever. Man. You cannot tell me if you can go back to those years that you would not draft the Jonathan Taylor, that you would not draft AJ Brown or a DK.
But if you draft those,
so right now DK Metcalf and the way that he's looking compared to
DK
Moore,
Metcalf and Sky Moore weren't in the same draft.
But they had opportunity to draft DK Metcalf,
and they got McCole Hardman.
And look at
him. But if you get DK Metcalf,
he's going to put that one catch on there. I'd rather have a dude that's going to consistently give me 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
1,000 yards compared to one dude who got
he's literally all Easter eggs, right?
But what do you have? Let's listen. If you go get one of these top guys, that limits you.
Limits you how?
That limits you on what you're able to do with the rest of your draft. And then when the money come up, then you got to pay them dudes.
DK, so then you make that's the job of a GM to try to make the money work. That's part of the job. That's
Brad
the
Veach
job.
has made it work.
Okay, so you telling me I'm gonna draft mediocre players so then they can somewhat give me somewhat of
mediocre's been winning you Super Bowls.
Oh man, you know what?
I don't even think it's mediocre. It's you have Patrick.
0.
You have Patrick Travis in defense.
That's it. This dude's got 0 catches, 0 yards,
that's it.
0 averages, 0, and he was a high top. What is it? Second round pick?
Third round.
Man, that's a waste of pick.
I don't. If I'm a Chiefs fan, I don't like Sky Moore in that roster spot.
CEH, when has he played and been productive? And he's supposed to be a third down back. He can't even get on the field.
He'll be on the field this week.
Is he going to be productive?
I believe so.
They went out and got Kareem Hunt.
I believe so. I mean, you didn't know.
Jerick McKinnon, the Jet, went to 3 teams before he came to Kansas City.
And what did he do on those 3 teams?
He was more. Listen. He was more of an impact than CEH, right? But you wasted a first-round pick on CEH.
Here's the thing. You put guys in different spots to help you win games.
Okay, what spot was CEH? What did CEH help?
A lot.
How?
He was injured the last year and a half.
Part of the game is to play.
He's injured last year and a half. You still had him on a rookie deal.
Part of the game is
you still had him on a rookie deal. It's not like you're wasting money because you're not going out there and paying. What Chiefs used to do is go out there and pay guys, and then they stuck with you for the long haul, and then you're trying to get rid of bad money. They don't do that anymore.
Okay.
All right. That's all I'm saying. So who do you guys have on Sunday?
Monday.
Monday.
I have the Chiefs.
I got New Orleans.
What? He did all this talking. He's picking New Orleans.
He picked them on Monday. And I said this on Monday. I would like to pick the Saints in this game.
But you know what's going to happen.
but their quarterback is Derek Carr.
It is, but I can
And
also
I can't consciously make that pick. Like, I think the upset is there.
He's won an Arrowhead.
It's definitely there. But consciously against this defense and Steve Spagnuolo, I can't go with Derek Carr winning that.
You know why consciously?
Alvin Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
And I said it on Alvin Kamara is going to have anywhere from like 170 to like 200 all-purpose yards. He's going to have anywhere from 12 to 15 touches at minimum.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to take over this game and make it a lot easier for Derek Carr.
Play action for Rashee.
But I can't consciously say that Derek Carr is going to win that game.
Listen, two things. I want to see the matchup between Rashee and Trent Duffy or Trent Duffy and Chris Olave.
Trent McDuffie.
Whatever.
He said Trent Duffy.
That's a good draft pick, though.
Duffy
from Washington Pac-12. But the reason why I can't really pick New Orleans is because I just have this vision of the kicker, Harrison Buckner, going for a
Buckner. Hey, this is what we're gonna do every week.
Don't correct me.
No. I'm gonna go back and watch these shows and put together a highlight reel of all the names that he's gotten wrong.
Hey, Pat Mahomes. Hey, listen, I have this premonition that Harrison.
Premonition. Oh, okay.
That he's gonna have a 58-yard field goal. He's gonna kick it. He's gonna miss it. But then the refs is gonna throw out a flag, and then he's gonna get a 53-yard field goal and win the game. 27.
Oh my goodness.
27-24 Chiefs.
And I've been saying this
because isn't that what's been happening?
What did you bet? What did you bet on this game?
Nothing.
Now I picked. I didn't pick the Chiefs. I altered the spread to like 11.5 because I don't think they're going to beat the Saints by 12 points. That's what I did. That's the only safe cushion I can give it. Money line I can't do it with the Chiefs. Over and under I can't do it with the Chiefs. Or the spread at 2.5, 3 I can't do it with the Chiefs or whatever because they cover none of that.
I think they win by less than 7.
By less than 7?
The Saints got a lot of questionables, and I didn't know, that they were going to have all these guys that may be out. And Tyrann Mathieu didn't play last week. Willie Gay's questionable. DeMario Davis. You got a lot of guys that are questionable. Alvin Kamara is questionable. You got a lot of guys that didn't even practice yesterday, or even did practice today.
You don't want to see doubtful.
So yeah, like I said, I got the Saints in this one.
You got the Saints.
Patrick Mahomes, we talked to him about him a little bit. He's still favored to win NFL MVP, not by much though.
That's a sucker bet.
Mahomes, of course, he's off to that mediocre start. He's still plus money if you want to take him on BetMGM. Bills QB Josh Allen's up next with plus money at 260.
I had Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels and Saquon. Josh for MVP, Jaden for rookie, and Saquon for Offensive Player of the Year. But if you really want to see something, go for Brock Purdy, leading the league in passing, QBR. I know.
Says the San Francisco 49ers.
I mean, yeah, I said that, but you saying that he's going to win MVP?
I'm not saying I'm not. I don't have a dog in a fight.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm just saying based on numbers, right? And with the weapons that's been injured for the 49ers,
I would say put your money on Josh Allen.
Right, but if Josh Allen loses to the Jets and then comes and then loses against the Chiefs, and Brock Purdy continues to be the leader in passing and QBR, and they start to continue to win games and they win a division or whatever, it's going to be a hard thing to say that Brock Purdy can't get MVP. And if Mahomes keeps playing like this,
if the Chiefs get a number 1 seed, AFC number 1 seed, Mahomes is winning MVP.
So if they
no matter what,
okay. If they lose 3 games, and the 49ers
depends on what those 3 games are.
Broncos, Chargers,
all bad quarterbacks. That means he's going out and beat Josh Allen. That means he'll beat Derek Carr. That means he'll have beat Pittsburgh. He'll have beat all these good teams that are all playoff teams. He'll have beat those teams, and these teams that you just mentioned aren't playoff teams. So that means he will definitely.
Which makes it worse. You don't beat a playoff team.
No, okay. He beating all the good guys, man.
Okay.
The Ravens QB Lamar Jackson calling out NFL fans. He said he was upset about refs, but we're all human. Let's hear what Lamar Jackson had to say.
You can get back on social media. Some of the critics, if you will, people complaining about
some BS,
and parlays and stuff. What prompted you to do that?
Cause like you gotta understand, we human too. You know, we seeing that like we going in there, we trying to win games. You know, all our life we played football. We got to this the highest level, the professional level, to win games, and not to help people's parlay. You know, we're not betting on the games. You know, we can't even bet on games and stuff like that. So we're not worried about that. And I don't believe we're going into games worried about stats either. You know, we worried about the W column, you know, the win-loss column. We're not trying to lose. So we go out there and just try to do what teammates do, you know, try to help each other out. This guy might run someone else on the route to get this guy open, just being team players. And we don't dwell on parlays, but I see a lot of people like to make comments in our comment section or in our DMs. But then when we address them in our DM, they want to make it public. So it's like, it is what it is, man. We trying to win.
Oh, yeah, man. So that's kind of a you damned you do, you damned you don't.
Well, yeah, I'm going to make the DM public because it seems like I have better odds of talking to you directly than you scoring another touchdown that I needed for my parlay. Just run for 40 yards.
So you slide in the DMs?
Pause. No Diddy. No, I'm not sliding no players' DMs.
I'm making sure you didn't.
But why would you talk to players crazy about not making your parlay? Like that's
stupid.
I'm not gonna talk to them crazy. I'm like, hey man.
I mean, I'll make a comment like not on their like DM
them
or I'm not mentioning them. Yeah, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Like if I say something, I'll say, oh, well, Bijan Robinson is on the no bet list or something crazy like that.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna add Bijan. Now you know you on this bet, but no, man, that's whack. That's lame.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I was skeptical of picking Lamar for 40 yards rushing this week. You know, like that's tough because he's been killing it, right? 100 yards, you know, been running. And then you pick him for 40 and then he gets 39. It's just one of those things that you do in these bets, man. It's a hard science trying to put together these wins. But, you know, like an addict will always say, one day, baby, one day, we going to reach that mountaintop.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll dive into the MLB. They're scrapping All-Star Game uniforms and announced changes for regular jerseys. This is the W Show. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC We Spin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC We Spin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC We Spin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC We Spin 360 can be found online at KCWeSpin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Your loved ones matter the most. Take the burden away by pre-planning personal arrangements that fit you and your family perfectly. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services will be here to comfort your family and take special requests. Plan and feel confident your loved ones will be less stressed and can console each other in their time of need. We will be here when you need us at 816-231-GATE or visit kcgoldengate.com, exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Football fans, you can't spell gate without Gates, and great tailgates start with Gates sauces and seasonings. Named synonymous with mouth-watering tailgates. When you make your list of tailgate essentials, add Gates sauces and seasonings to that list. Spice up your tailgate experience with that unmistakable great taste. Available in 4 tantalizing flavors. Classic, sweet, mild, and hot. Find it at your local grocer, and if you don't see it, ask for it. Visit GatesBarbecue.com to purchase any of the great sauces and seasonings. Great tailgates start with Gates.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
If you want to interact with our show, use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. Just shoot us a message, type if you're listening to us on 100.1 FM. Just send us a message on social media, and we'll definitely talk about whatever topic. All right, continuing with our headlines. This one's kind of interesting to me because as you see the All-Star uniforms over the last, I guess it's been 4 years since they've come up with, MLB has come up with, partner with Fanatics, and they've come up with their own, All-Star uniforms and not allow players to, wear their own game jerseys. They've been interesting, but now Major League Baseball is going back to primary team uniforms for the All-Star game, scrapping the criticized jerseys for the last 4 years.
Were they that bad?
I mean, you think about, I watched the uniforms from this past season, and I mean, the National League uniforms were all right. I mean,
those are terrible.
That color's cool. The color scheme's cool.
No, it's not.
And then you have like the Texas font or whatever. But the other ones, the American Leagues, man, those were not good at all. Yeah. So I'm glad that they're going back to their regular uniform.
Yeah.
Just put the patch on there and be done with it.
Yeah.
Baseball trying to get innovative, the Tennessee NASCAR baseball game.
Yeah.
The different stuff on the hats.
Yeah.
Let's just let them wear the gold chains and do bat flips, man. That's all I want to see.
Baseball just needs a new creative director. Like I don't know what they need to do on that end, but somebody with some kind of taste needs to step into the MLB, because that's not it.
Yeah. So they also faced some criticism after their partnership with Fanatics this past season, and Fanatics kept helping them with coming up with their regular game uniforms. They had some issues with the pants, with the jerseys, the pants not fitting right, things like that. So they said that they're going to do away with that and go back to just Nike creating, making sure that everything fits correctly.
Fanatics got a blonde Taylor.
I'm not sure, man.
Losing his vision.
I'm not sure.
That's terrible.
Another thing that's terrible, NWSL comes down hard on the Angel City FC with sanctions for going $50,000 over the salary cap. And they've come up with some other rule violations. So most notably, the NWSL said Angel City exceeded the salary cap by $50,000 for 4 weeks during the 2024 season. It also said that Angel City entered into 5 side letters, basically secret agreements with players that were essentially multi-year agreements not disclosed to the league. So those reported excess benefits caused the team to go over the cap. So for those violations, the league said that Angel City will receive the following penalties: a $200,000 fine. I'm all right with that. A 3-point deduction and a 2024 standings effective immediately. Suspensions for the president and CEO and general manager for the remainder of the 2024 calendar year, effective immediately. The NWSL said it would also be conducting annual investigations and audits into clubs to prevent further violations. So here's what gets tricky. The 3-point deduction amounts to an effective playoff elimination for Angel City, and the club previously sat in 11th place in NWSL 6-4-12. So they'd have to basically win out for them to be able to make the playoffs.
So they cheated and
it still was in last place.
Wow.
You did. Well, you wasn't even cheating good. Hey, do the players have to get the money back there for the underground?
No. The players don't give any money back.
Hey, it was an interview where I think it was a football player or a basketball player. It was Gilbert Arenas.
Mm-hmm.
And he said they offered him, like, he had all these contracts. And they offered him these cars, and he was about to take the cars, and he was thinking, "I'm gonna pull up on the girls with these cars, whatever." Those I don't think those are in their contract.
The side,
cars.
yeah, I don't know, man.
I wonder if that should go on a lot more.
It probably does.
Yeah.
That value will depreciate so fast.
Yeah, he said his agent slapped him. He knew he was gonna look at the cars and not think of nothing else.
That's like putting crypto in your contract.
Bitcoin.
Bronny and LeBron James do some friendly trash talk after notably a one-on-one moment. Lakers practice, so LeBron and his son Bronny are finally teammates. And during Mania Day, I felt like this is really cool. No matter what I say about LeBron and the things that I've said, this is really cool to have your son on the same team. Let's hear what Bronny had to say.
You guys had a moment at practice that was well documented last week. We heard your take on it, where you said great defense, but better offense. Can we get your vantage point? What you thought about that?
All right. In all seriousness,
please.
I looked at the film and he did step out of bounds, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there right now.
That's a big part of it.
But
what do you mean you're not going to go there right now? You just went there.
I mean, I definitely did. But
I stepped out of bounds?
He stepped out of bounds.
They don't even have that camera angle of the baseline like that.
All I know is I got to stop.
Tell them about the stop I got on you when you dribbled out of bounds, though.
No, that was a foul, too. He slapped my whole arm. And we... See,
did they call it?
No.
Did the ref call it?
I mean, I'm not going to get that call right now. I'm not going to get that call right now. I'm playing against
you were a rookie anyway.
Exactly. This, you know what I mean?
He said it don't matter. You're a rookie anyway.
I need more of this content.
Yeah, that's the most genuine I've seen LeBron without doing any type of line or whatever. Like when he said, I knew when he made this move when he was 5, he was going to the league or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's, you know what? I like that. The other stuff, he's trying to make a Disney movie.
That's a round of applause for that, because I love it.
That's pretty dope. All right, Patrick Ewing has been hired by the Knicks as a basketball ambassador. So New York legend Patrick Ewing is returning to the organization where he began his Hall of Fame basketball career. Of course, Patrick Ewing spent the most recently as a Georgetown University head coach. He coached for 6 seasons, led him to the NCAA tournament in berth before being fired in last March of 2023.
What does an ambassador do, and how much does he get?
Basically, help bring money to the team.
He just walks around and he's Patrick Ewing.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm Patrick Ewing. I lost to Jordan. I got dunked on by Scotty. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Good living.
Is this his way to get in coaching in the NBA?
Nah,
is this like
he had his chance?
Yeah, he was assistant.
He was with the Magic and some others. Yeah,
it's not happening.
Nah, he's not that.
Not a head coach. Nah, it's he passed that.
And that's what I was gonna ask. Like, is Patrick Ewing bringing that kind of money?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it helps because we saw what happened with Charles Oakley.
Yeah,
and all. It helps, the PR. It's great PR. That's all it's for.
He's still not giving up his team.
All right. Kalen Clark wins Rookie of the Year, but one Angel Reese voter kept it from being unanimous. How y'all feel about
Smart.
that? No?
Listen, man, if I only had one vote, just don't vote for me at all, man. Just vote for none of the above there. Don't give me that one.
I'll take that one.
There's some voters that have already come out on social media and said that they aren't the individual who chose Reese over Clark. Me, it's just like, all right, if it's come out and just say, oh yeah, I voted for her, and I felt like she was the best player
in some capacity, but Caitlin balled out.
She did,
especially in the end, and it was unfortunate that Angela, got hurt, so we couldn't really get that last few games to measure it.
Mm-hmm.
But Caitlin balled.
Dustin Foster said Clark by a mile. I mean, yeah, she played the best this season. Yeah, she did. She really did.
She balled.
I
kind of like watching.
Aggressive.
I like watching Caitlin play. If she was a little bit more attractive, it would be a lot.
Oh my goodness. On that note, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back with our 8 to 11 segment. This is the W Show.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC We Spin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC We Spin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC We Spin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC We Spin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Your loved ones matter the most. Take the burden away by pre-planning personal arrangements that fit you and your family perfectly. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services will be here to comfort your family and take special requests. Plan and feel confident your loved ones will be less stressed and can console each other in their time of need. We will be here when you need us at 816-231-GATE or visit kcgoldengate.com, exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Football fans, you can't spell gate without Gates, and great tailgates start with Gates sauces and seasonings. Named synonymous with mouth-watering tailgates. When you make your list of tailgate essentials, add Gates sauces and seasonings to that list. Spice up your tailgate experience with that unmistakable great taste. Available in 4 tantalizing flavors. Classic, sweet, mild, and hot. Find it at your local grocer, and if you don't see it, ask for it. Visit GatesBarbecue.com. Purchase any of the great sauces and seasonings. Great tailgates start with Gates.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. Let's get to that right in 11 seconds.
Hate it. It's that time for love it or hate it. Hate it. If we love it, we talk about it. If we hate it, we move on.
All right, first up, our sneakers of the week. We have the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Satin Shadow.
No thanks.
They all right. They cool. The Jack Harlow New Balance 1906R.
No thanks.
These are kind of fire. I like those. The Nike Dunk Low Berlins. They're dope too. I like those.
Well.
And then the Nike SB Dunk Low Light Carbons.
Yeah, we'll mess with those.
All passes for me.
What? It's just a black shoe, and it's a gray and a fall color shoe. Burnt orange.
Gray? Well, yeah,
all
the burnt
passes.
orange.
Y'all some haters today.
I
I see.
don't want nothing to do with none of that.
All right, MLB stickers annoy fans as Strauss makes U.S. debut. Hater or love it.
About some stickers? What?
Yeah, they're mad about the helmet stickers, man. Of course, the MLB announced, we talked about this, 4-year partnership with German workwear company, and they put their stickers on the batting helmets. You guys care about that? No,
not really.
Hit the home runs.
That's what I'm saying. Baseball needs some help in the creative direction department.
They just want to make a little money. All right, Western Kentucky unveils new helmet-inspired Big Red mascot in a video and photos. Hater or love it. All right, so their helmets basically have their mascot head on with the eyes and everything on their helmet.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Is the
I like
mascot
that.
getting some NIL deals?
Actually, well, these are college mascots, so they're not getting paid. But
He's screwed.
you would think the NIL deal would come to the mascot.
Man, I'm not going to every game for free.
What?
Come on, and I'm dressed up in a mask. Like, you don't even know who I am. Like, hey, you go out to the club. Hey, what do you do? Oh, I was at the game. Like, what? Like, nah. You could be anybody under there.
We saw like at graduations. I think USC did this, or it was Louisville, where at the graduation, the senior, as they're handing off because they're not going to be the mascot anymore, so they came and wore the feet up under their. You remember that? We saw those, so they wore the feet up under their cap and gown, and they were like dancing down the aisle. Like, yeah, it was me because
the whole time they
don't know, right?
Yeah, the whole time sitting next to him, didn't even know. Yeah, pay those men, pay them people.
All right, this one is pretty interesting. So Raiders coach Antonio Pierce is given 8-year show cause penalty by NCAA for recruiting violations during time in Arizona State. Hated or love it.
During the COVID years, he was just like, screw the rules.
Yeah.
I
mean, that was a lot of people.
None of that applied to him,
COVID,
but he was blatant with it.
Yeah, so Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce has been penalized by NCAA due to recruiting violations dating back to his time at Arizona State. The organization announced Thursday. Pierce, in addition to former staff member Anthony Garnett, violated recruitment rules during COVID-19 dead period, according to a ruling by NCAA. So basically,
they were contacting players.
Oh, and getting them jets.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
So basically, as long as Antonio Pierce isn't hired by another NCAA school within those 8 years, this really doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
If he keeps on liking Instagram posts, he may try to be there sooner than later.
All right, man. We appreciate everyone who joined in on today's show. What did everybody have going on for the rest of the day?
These good parlays, win this money. Catch me at Tanner sitting there either yelling or smiling. If I win, we get drinks.
Speaking of best, Dustin Foster said Hunt goes for over 100 this week.
Bet 100.
I think so.
All-purpose yards or rushing yards? You got to, because
he didn't respond yet, but
on the pumpkin shit. He went with
yeah, I'm going to Bonfire now. You guys ever been to a Bonfire?
Yeah,
it's been years. I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I never. I'm a city kid. I ain't never been to a Bonfire.
I went to an Anglo-Saxon college.
Shout out to Peyton's team. They putting on a bonfire tonight for the baseball team. That should be pretty cool. Out there by you, and actually in Odessa.
Odessa.
Yeah.
Late.
Oh well, I'm talking about your home. Your home. Your home.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
I make this trip every day too, but
but yeah, it's bonfire time. Shout out to Peyton's team, Spy Academy, man. They hooking it up.
Yeah,
watching a little bit of baseball.
Got a couple private parties, so I'm gonna be
private.
No, just a couple private parties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you said it like couple
password
private
Fidelio?
parties.
Is the password Fidelio?
No, it's
Eyes Wide Shut party.
It's both of them are family events.
Okay.
So
hey, when you gonna do one? When you gonna be that piano man with the DJ with the blindfolds on and telling me the password Fidelio, man?
Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
Without the Diddy stuff.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen for me.
We appreciate everyone who joined in on today's show. Remember, use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. Send us your parlays because we like to partake. Yeah. So I saw Dustin Fowler said Hunt goes for over 100 this week. So I mean, we like to partake. Send us your parlays. Send us what you got, and we'll put a string together. And until next week, we are out of here. Go Chiefs. Go Royals too.
Nah, you just said the same.
The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundation, or affiliates.